You have your goals in life, your dreams, all these different pursuits, and instead of just starting, just taking step by step, taking action, you kind of just sit on the sidelines. You wait for a contract or guarantee of success. You want this game plan or this map of every single step you're going to have to take, when you're going to have to take them, what kind of step to take, so it's very predictable and it's very safe. You want to see it all. You're like, okay, I don't just want to jump in, to this uncertainty, into the unknown. I want to know, I'm going to do this, and then this is going to happen, then I'm going to do this. And you're stuck in this painful emotional state. You're in limbo instead of progressing or expanding. You're always doubting yourself. That burns you up inside, the fact that you're not progressing. You're killing your purpose in life, let's just say, your course and purpose in life. You're just putting it on hold, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. Because you hear it like, hey, have a logical game plan for every single step of the way. Plan, be very careful so you don't get into these pitfalls that just fuck you up. And the reason it's bad is, as I mentioned before, it's never going to happen. Okay? We live in a world that's just changing so fast that this long-term precise vision, it doesn't exist. Okay? Not a single person I know can look into the future, say year, 2 year, 3, 4, 5 years ahead and know exactly all the different things that are going to happen and how he's going to achieve his goal. Everyone, of course, has a general vision, and you should have that, like, hey, I want to be in this position here and continuously focus on that. But along the way, you're going to encounter many fucking obstacles, and a lot of them you just can't predict. They're just going to blow up in your face, and if you're just waiting to be sure that every single step is there, you're done. Okay, on top of that too, guess what? You're going to be psyched out. Okay, you're going to be like, oh my God, there are all these steps to take, and you're just never going to do it because it's overwhelming. Just do the first step. Even if you don't really know where the next one's going to be, just start now. Okay, on one hand, it's realistic and it's not too overwhelming. Whatever it is you're trying to pursue, there is something you can do right now. Even as you're watching this video, you can probably pause this video and do something that'll kind of kickstart you in the right direction. You won't get overwhelmed, and guess what? It's going to start building momentum. Okay, and this is key. Every single step of the way, it's a little easier to do the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and then they just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it becomes easier and easier and easier. Okay, huge, huge, huge. Start building that momentum, start baby stepping your way there, and realize too that a lot of what you learn, okay, let's just say in life, is on-the-job lessons versus preparing beforehand. A lot of the skills you're gonna need to deal with all these different obstacles, you're gonna have to learn them through trial and error. You can't just sit at home, logically think, pre-plan, so be like, maybe this. It has to be through real-life experience, okay? And kind of get used to it, this uncertainty, this unknown, because that's the world we live in. Until you actually take action and you kind of launch, you're gonna be blocking out a lot of opportunity. If you actually want to take this a little deeper, okay, one thing you can do is question, okay, the consequences, because that's really it. You fear doing the wrong thing or kind of fucking up, if you will, but what is it that you really fear? What are the consequences, and how bad are they really? We tend to overblow things, like whatever it is you're pursuing now. Most likely you're like, oh my God, if I just don't do it right, if I don't take that right first step, and I know how everything's gonna fit up, but I'm just gonna fuck up. And what does fucking up really look like? Is it really that bad? Is it really, or are you just kind of overblowing it? And we always tend to overblow it. Actually take yourself to the worst case scenario, and start questioning it. Why is that so bad? What's so wrong about that? What if everything just goes to shit? Is it really the end of the world? Is it really worth such emotional pain? Okay, and by taking yourself to the worst case scenario, you just get rid of a lot of resistance. Okay, and then from there, let go. Okay, realize that a lot of your emotions are because you're placing certain labels on the courses of action. One is right, the other is wrong. Why do you do that? There is no right or wrong. They're just labels. Okay, stop trying to live your life or making your life a quest of right or wrong. From that comes judgment. Just a bit more so is expansion. No matter what I do, I'm expanding. You can't fuck up. Whatever course of action you decide to take, okay, even if it is the quote-unquote wrong one, it's just bringing you closer and closer to your goal of expanding. You're expanding no matter what. You do right, awesome, you expand. You do wrong, you expand. It just brings you closer and closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. You can't fuck up. Start now. Doesn't matter if you do right or you do wrong. Doesn't mean you're bad. Okay? You're expanding either way. By starting, you start creating momentum.